Hi, I'm Bryony. Welcome to Stretch and Mobility Yoga. This class is going to be approximately 15 minutes long and is suitable for all levels and particularly beginners. So you don't need any particular equipment, you just need a bit of living room space or wherever you're using as your home gym. I'm using a yoga mat, but you don't necessarily need to have one. However, if you are on a hard floor, you may want to have a blanket to hand. This is also useful if you have sensitive knees at all, so just keep one to hand nearby. So we're going to start seated. So sitting in a comfortable position, whether that's cross-legged, excuse me cat, or whether that's on the knees. You could also sit in a chair, and then just sitting up nice and tall, maybe closing the eyes and just taking a few long, slow, deep breaths in through the nose and out through the nose. So just inhaling deeply for a count of 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And exhaling for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhaling 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhaling for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhaling for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And then slowly open the eyes. From here, just interlacing the hands, pressing the palms away, reaching up towards the ceiling, and then exhaling, releasing out. Interlace the palms again, maybe the opposite way this time, the slightly awkward feeling way, pressing the hands away, lifting up tall, and then exhaling, releasing all the way out. From here, just taking a little twist, so left hand in front, right hand behind, inhaling, sitting up tall, exhaling, just turning to look over your shoulder, and then changing sides, so right hand forward, left hand behind, inhale, sit up tall, exhaling, looking over the left shoulder, and then slowly coming back to center. So now coming round onto the hands and knees, so you might need your blanket here or a towel if you have sensitive knees or a hard floor, just to kneel down on, just to make it a little bit more comfortable. And then placing the hands on the floor and coming into a few cat stretches appropriately. So inhaling, lifting the chest, exhaling, rounding, pressing the floor away. Inhaling, coming forwards, exhaling, pressing the floor away. Inhaling, looking forwards, exhaling, really drawing the navel in towards the spine, pressing the floor away. And then coming back to neutral. From here, extending the right leg, ball of the foot to the floor, pressing out through the heel. So really stretching through the back of the leg. And then changing sides. Bring the knee down, pressing out through the left leg, out through the heel, ball of the foot on the floor, and then bringing the knee back down. So again, changing sides, pressing out through the right heel. This time you might reach the left hand forwards and maybe raising the back leg. So coming into a little balance, keeping the ribs drawn in, bring the left hand down, the right knee down, extending through the left leg now, pressing out through the heel, then maybe reaching the right hand forward, lifting the back leg, holding here for a couple of breaths, and then bringing the hand, the knee back down. So have the feet about hip width apart, maybe slightly wider, And then just starting to circle through the hips. So just taking them all the way down towards the heels. Just noticing any little clicky patches, any tightness, stiffness. And then changing direction. One more time. And then just drawing the sit bones back towards the heels, stretching the arms forward, coming into extended child's pose. So just let the forehead relax down towards the floor, really stretching through the lower back, through the sides of the body, the arms. And then from here, just slowly bending the elbows, coming through and forward, pressing the floor away, arching through the spine. Hips back towards the heels, slowly coming through and forward, inhaling up, arching through the back, pressing back to the heels. One more time, coming through and forward, arching through the back, press down towards the heels. And then back into child's pose, maybe bringing the arms behind you this time, forehead to the floor, just relax. Few deep breaths. And then slowly coming up. So coming up into a kneeling position. From here, just step the right foot forward and just coming into a lunge. So placing the hands on the knee and just letting the hips sink down towards the floor. From here, you might start to sweep through the left arm, just bringing it up and around, working through the shoulder, maybe letting the eyes follow the hand. So looking up, reaching up behind you. One more time. And then other direction, reaching the arm up and round, just a couple of times. And then bringing the left hand down towards the floor. And then maybe walking the right foot out slightly, reaching the right hand up towards the ceiling, opening up the chest. And then bringing the hand down. And then just swapping sides. Bring the left leg forwards. Bring the hands to the knee. And then just sinking the hips forward. So again, it's useful having a blanket behind you just to pad out the knee. From here, starting to circle the right arm, reaching up and around, looking out behind you. Inhaling up, exhaling down. Couple more. And then other way. And then bring the right fingertips to the floor, reaching up with the left hand, maybe walking that left foot out slightly. Getting a nice open stretch, bit of a twist. And then bring the hands down, walking the hands back, bring the knee to the floor, and then slowly coming to your feet. So just moving your blanket out of the way. And then coming to stand at the top of your mat. I'll just stand in the middle so you can see. And then coming into mountain pose. So feet about hip distance apart, spreading the toes into the floor. So lifting the shoulders up towards the ears and just letting them settle behind you. From here, just bring the hands towards the heart, pressing the palms together, and then inhaling, reaching the arms up. Exhaling, drawing the hands towards the heart. Inhale, reach the arms up. Exhaling, hands to the heart. One more time. Inhaling up. And then exhaling, hands towards the heart. Good. So, if you're stood at the top of your mat, take a big step out to the side. So we're coming into warrior sequence. So turning the right toes to face towards the top edge of your mat, left toes turning in slightly. From here, raising the arms out to the sides, inhaling deeply, and then exhale, just bending the right knee. Inhale, straighten, exhaling, bend. Inhale, straighten, exhaling, bend. So just repeating this. And then when you're bending the knee, just making sure that the knee comes directly over the ankle rather than ahead of it. And the knees drawing out towards the little toe side of the foot. From here, pausing, inhaling, and then exhaling, just resting the forearm to the thigh, sweeping the top arm up towards the ceiling, so you're creating a long line all the way from the fingertips to the outside of the back foot. Just holding here for a couple of breaths. And then inhaling, coming back up, straightening the back leg, turning the toes in. Other side, so left toes now face towards the back edge of the mat, right toes turning in. Inhale deeply, exhale, bend. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. Again, just making sure that that knee is only coming as far as the ankle and the knee is drawing out towards the little toe side of the foot. One more time, holding here, inhaling here, exhaling, forearm to thigh, reaching the right arm up and over, gazing up underneath the forearm if it's comfortable for your neck, or just down to the floor. And then coming all the way back up, bring the hands to the waist, just heel toe the feet in slightly. So toes are turning out now, heels turning in, and then just bending the knees, placing the hands on top of the knees, maybe adjusting your stance a little bit so it feels comfortable, and then just starting to drop one shoulder and then the other. So just moving from side to side. And then coming back to center, just bring the hands together in front of the chest. Inhaling, reaching up tall, opening the arms out wide, bring the hands to the waist. Turning the toes in now, so they're facing straight towards the top edge of the mat, or toes turned in slightly. From here, soft through the knees, inhaling, lifting through the chest, and then exhaling, slowly folding forward, really sticking your sit bones out behind you, maybe just coming halfway, so flat back. This is enough for the hamstrings, otherwise you might be able to fold a little bit further. Just taking care of the lower back, try not to round. Couple of breaths here. And then slowly coming back up. And then heel toe the feet in. So coming into a little standing balance. So taking the weight into your left foot. And then slowly just drawing the knee up towards the chest, interlacing the hands around the front of the knee, and just giving the ankle a little circle one way and then the other. And then releasing out. Other side. So drawing the left knee in towards the chest, standing up tall, circling the ankle one way and then the other. And then releasing down. Good. So coming to the floor. So inhaling, reaching up tall, coming up onto your tiptoes. And then exhaling, just bringing the hands down in front of you, trying to stay on the tippy toes. Hello, cat. maybe just pausing halfway. This is enough for the knees, and then just coming to the floor however feels comfortable. Otherwise you could just slowly come all the way down to a crouch position on the heels, and then bring the hands to the floor. So coming to sit, so legs extended in front of you, so just moving any flesh out of the way, so pressing out through the balls of the feet, having the hands either side of you or maybe slightly behind, and then inhaling, just lifting the spine up out of the waist, engaging the legs, just looking down between the feet, and then only if it feels comfortable to do so, just maybe slowly folding forwards over the legs. So sometimes it helps to have the feet a little bit wider apart for this. You could also maybe bend the knees and see if you can bring the torso down towards the thighs. You might be able to catch hold of the feet or the ankles. Inhaling here, lengthening through the spine, and then exhaling, just fold. And then slowly coming back up again. Taking the hands about a foot behind you, fingertips pointing towards the hips, and then just rolling the shoulders back, lifting through the chest. So if this just feels nice, stay here. Otherwise you could place the soles of the feet on the floor and then just lift the hips up towards the ceiling. Getting a bit more of a shoulder stretch, chest stretch, and then lowering back down again. From here, coming to lie on your front. So again, this is where a blanket's quite useful. You can always place the blanket on the floor where your hip points are going to be, just so it's a bit of extra padding for you. So we won't be here very long. So just coming to lie on the belly and bring the forearms to the floor. So spreading the hands in front of you, and then start to just draw the elbows towards your hips. So this is called Sphinx pose for obvious reasons. So just a little bit of a front body stretch. Start to press the tops of the feet down in towards the floor, engaging the thighs, lifting the kneecaps. Keep drawing the elbows in towards you. And then lowering down. Maybe making a pillow with your hands and laying the head down. Have a little rest. And then taking the arms behind you now. So back of the hands, press down towards the floor, and then you're just going to, on an inhale, peel the chest up off the floor, getting strong through the legs, lifting up through the belly. Holding here for a couple more breaths. And then lowering back down again, making a pillow with the hands, resting the forehead down. Maybe swaying the hips from side to side, shaking them out. And then coming over to lie on your back. Coming into bridge pose. So walking the heels in, so your feet are about hip width apart, and when you reach down you might be able to tickle your ankles with your middle fingers. And on your next inhale, you're just going to lift the hips up towards the ceiling, and then exhale, lower. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, lower. Inhaling, lift. Exhale, lower. One more time. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, lower. This time going to hold at the top. So inhaling, lifting up. And then just walking the shoulders a little bit closer underneath. Maybe you can clasp the hands underneath you. So really pressing the heels and the balls of the feet into the floor. One more breath here. And then slowly lowering back down. Just take the feet about mat width apart and let the knees knock together. Just neutralise the spine just for a moment. And then draw the knees in towards the chest. Maybe rock from side to side on the spine. And then coming into a bit of a twist. So just giving yourself a bit of room. Take the arms out wide and just roll the knees over to the right. So maybe using the right hand on top of the knee just to help draw it down. You can always turn your head to look out to the left hand. Just taking a few breaths here, just allowing the body to relax on each exhalation into the twist. And then coming back to center. So just shifting the hips over to the right, maybe slightly if they've come off center, and then taking the knees to the left. Place the left hand on top of the right thigh, maybe looking out at the right hand. Maybe just relaxing as much as you can into the twist. Trying to release any tension that you might be holding. And then coming back to center. So just draw the knees in, give them a little hug again, and then just rolling over onto your side, slowly coming up to a seated position. So again, you can use your blanket to sit on. It's quite nice having a little bit of extra height when you're sat. So comfortable seat, whether that's cross-legged on the knees, or you could sit in a chair. Just resting the hands on the top of the knees, closing the eyes, and again just taking a few slow deep breaths in through the nose and back out through the nose. So just in your own time. Just taking a moment to notice how you feel, notice how your body feels. Taking this moment to completely switch off and press the pause button on your day. And then you can either stay here in a seated meditation, or you could lie down on your back and have a few minutes just to completely relax. Or if this is your time to get on with your day, then just sitting up tall, bringing your hands together in front of your chest, bowing the head. Thank you very much for practicing today. Namaste.